Another school year is underway. The majority of students can make the adjustment back to the routine of classes and school life every day, but for some, the return to school carries a lot of anxiety. They may worry that they can't keep up with the work. They may also be facing anxiety due to bullying or feeling like a social outcast, and this anxiety only gets worse as the weeks go on. How can you help students be motivated to learn when they are terrified of being back in school? That is our topic on this episode of Ask an Expert. Our guest is Robert Montgomery, who is a program coordinator and professor in the Child and Youth Care program at Cambrian College, and also a registered psychotherapist. Welcome, Robert.
Thanks for
So
having me.
tell us, how common of a problem is this that some students really struggle to be in school for academic and or social reasons, and what is driving that?
So the reality is it's far more widespread an issue than you might think. We know from statistics that about 1 in 5 children and youth will experience some sort of mental health challenge in their lifetime. So we know that a lot of the factors that are leading into that for a school return is that a lot of kids might be facing that sense of fear and panic for reasons such as academic pressure, social isolation issues such as bullying or isolation. They might be struggling with some issues surrounding ADHD, autism spectrum, or learning exceptionalities. And all these factors, including many others, can influence that sense of panic and fear that they might feel in going back to school.
Wow, okay. So what are some best practices parents can put in place to help their children manage their anxiety so that they can thrive in the classroom and in the schoolyard?
So first and foremost, it's all about validation and acknowledgement. We need to understand that sense of panic that they're having, that sense of fear, is a real feeling to them. And at the end of the day, we need to validate those feelings and acknowledge that we see how they're feeling and how it's impacting them. So even if the danger may not be real or perceived, the feeling is real and we need to acknowledge that. Next thing we need to do is really need to focus on reestablishing those routines that we may have slipped a little bit on in the summer. Reestablish those routines and practice the coping skills and the emotion regulation skills like deep breathing and mindfulness and all those other great strategies to help them cope so that they can actually use those at school.
Yeah, schedules are very important for coping mechanisms for sure. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So how important is it to work with the school to help a student succeed, and what can parents do to be effective in their advocacy with the school?
So the best thing you want to be is be a team with the school. Take the time to build relationships with the school, get to know the principal, the teacher, the guidance counselor, the child and youth care practitioner who's an EA. These are your partners at school, so you're going to work closely with them to find the strategies that are going to best work for your child. We also want to access community supports if needed. So don't hesitate to reach out to the great mental health supports in our community, the doctors, the therapists that are all there to help your child have a successful return to school.
Yeah, it's all about meeting the kids where they're at.
Absolutely.
Sure. It's Robert Montgomery, is a program coordinator and professor in the Child and Youth Care program at Cambrian College, and also a registered psychotherapist. Make sure you tune in next week for another segment of Ask an Expert.